Good afternoon, everyone. Now, before we dive in, let me ask you a question. How many of you here were straight A students back in high school? Raise your hands. Wow. And those of you who are not, welcome to the club. And those of you who are, well, you're about to see what it's like on the other side. And spoiler alert, it's not that bad. My name is Ian Pang, and welcome to my TEDx talk about breaking academic stereotypes and redefining success. First, let me take you back to high school. Picture this, a young student back in public school, sitting in a classroom, staring at the whiteboard, trying to concentrate on biology while the teacher yaps away. Meanwhile, here I am, trying to calculate that if I walk 1.5 steps faster, I could save queuing time at the canteen by 30%. You see, I wasn't exactly what you call a model student. My grades were less A+ and more, at least you tried. The message was clear. I wasn't smart enough, and I certainly wasn't going to succeed in the traditional academic sense. And see, we're told that if you're not getting top marks, you're not smart. And if you're not smart, you're not going to get very far in life, right? Stereotypes. You see, they're neat little boxes that we can be all categorized into, but they're often wrong. They limit our potential. And see, stereotype, it's about, creativity. It's about emotional insight. It's about problem solving. It's about adaptability. And these are often not noticeable on a report card. So parents often themselves overlook their unique strengths and their capabilities just because their report card wasn't an A+. As a consequences, you start to lose confidence. You start to lose the colors in your life because everyone is seeing red. So you should be seeing red as well. You shouldn't be seeing blue. You shouldn't be seeing yellow. And you stop trying to do what made you feel fulfilled. Instead, you do what people tell you is good enough. After long self-discovery, I'm sure everyone here is worried about their future. Students, all working adults. Especially high school students, we're being conditioned to fit into this traditional mold of what smart looks like. Acing exams. Winning academic awards would finally earn a "I love you, son" from your parents. And what this does to a person is that it causes them to, lose confidence, right? And after some self-discovery, I realized that being smart isn't just about who was the best at memorizing, like me trying to memorize the script right now. Who could jam-pack a 5,000-word essay, like all of you right now, and especially engineering students or CS students? Or who could do math the quickest? It's about resilience, passion, and finding your own path to success. Now, let me tell you this. My dad once talked to me, casually about how he envied his colleagues who were younger than him, but were at the same level of position or even more senior than him. So let me demonstrate what I told him. Can I get everyone here to please stand up? A quick activity. Everyone please stand up, please. To those whose parents drove a Mercedes-Benz or a BMW or any luxury car, please sit down. It's okay. Don't shame. Please sit down. To those who have mates at home, please sit down. Okay. To those who have their own personal car, please sit down.
What, currently?
Yeah, currently. Okay. Still a lot standing, okay? To those who went to tuition back in high school, sit down. Okay, I'm sure a lot of people will sit down here. Okay, still a lot of you standing. That's great. Now, last one, okay? I promise, last one. To those who did not have to cook and clean for the family of 9 at 12 years old because their mom were out gambling and their father were truck drivers who couldn't care for the family, sit down. Okay, so for those that are still standing up, which there are none because that's absolutely ridiculous, I told my dad that is you right there. That is you standing up right there. You see, you're comparing yourselves to those that have taken their seats, which is everyone here. We all have different starting lines. And it's your own race that you should be comparing. And I'm so proud to say that my dad has even broken multiple records in his own race. You see, with that mindset, I was determined to prove that being not so good in high school didn't mean that I was doomed. I was struck with a reality to check to say like, hey, look, life's like this, but I like this. I didn't want to be overlooked just because, my brothers were top students and that was the expectation from my parents as well. And I wanted to prove to them that, I'm a worthy sibling in the family as well, especially as the youngest. Right? This is where I started to apply my strengths, such as hands-on learning. Always trying to think from others' perspective, turning complicated problems into fun little stories that, I can digest much easily, and proactiveness in building relationships, network. And I'll say to date, I'm grateful to have achieved 5 internships in fields of management consulting, investment banking, and private equity. In my first year at university, while everyone, and I think all of you can relate, were out on holiday during the summer break because 3 months, who wouldn't be wanting to be traveling to Japan and Korea, right? I didn't take a break. I decided I wanted to improve my competitiveness because I know academically I didn't do too well. And by doing an internship, so after editing my resume for like the 30th time and applying for 50 over companies, I even cold called companies who didn't come back to me to prove that I was a valuable asset to the firm. And guess what? It paid off. I was drinking coffee at the PwC consulting office before I knew it, in my first year. And I started to realize it wasn't all about my grades that helped me secure the internship, but it was about my extracurricular activities. It was about my proactive attitude by cold calling, by trying to build a relationship that allowed me to secure the internship and subsequent other internships. Furthermore, I was also crowned the national champion for the L'Oreal Brandstorm competition this year, where I represented Malaysia in competing with 40 other countries. Additionally, I was also selected to be part of the Sunway LaunchX Accelerator Startup Program, and also recently secured my own consulting project for a real estate investment company looking to enter a new market. Again, these all play to the strength of always having to solve problems and being as creative as possible, which I couldn't do at all back in high school, and I believe that some of you can relate here. Now, the reason why I'm telling you all of this is that to break the stereotypes set by society, I want all of you to think truly about what your strengths are and take initiatives to ensure that your strengths are channeled to the work that you do every day. So to everyone here who is struggling, who feel like, I'm just not smart enough, it's so easy to fall into this trap to think that your worth is tied to a number on a piece of paper. But trust me, that number won't mean much because I have yet to even meet someone who introduces themselves like, hi, nice to meet you, I'm an A+ student. I mean, that's ridiculous, right? Nobody does that. So you introduce yourself by saying, hi, my name is this. I like doing this. What do you do on your free time? Passion, hobbies. These are what makes a person worth. So embrace your strengths, nurture them, and most importantly, don't give up on them. Because I know all of you here may have strengths that are just not, important to your causes that you're studying, but they're important to building your self-worth and building a pathway to where you can find your own success. You see, growing society needs leaders. They need innovators, not just hardworking followers. Now, I'm not saying it's going to be easy. There's going to be setbacks. There's going to be challenges, moments where you feel like giving up. Trust me, I've received more rejection letters than I can count. But every setback has taught me something valuable, which is success isn't just about failing, which is what you usually hear. It's about failing, right? And then learning, knowing that you can always do better, and then actually getting it done. So, the next time someone tells you you're not smart just because you didn't ace a test, especially for those who have siblings or cousins or friends who are in high school where they're being constantly judged by their grades, this is your permission today to redefine what it means to be smart and create your own path to success. Because one day, I want to encourage you to stand here, right here, on this TEDx stage, to tell us and to share your own story of how you broke through that stereotype and achieved your dreams. My name is Ian Pang, and thank you very much for your time.